Welcome to Board Game Homies. We're a group of friends, play, review, and share about all things board games. Sitting around the table today are
Reed, Becky,
Gillian,
and I'm Angela. Today, we're assassin and a frassin, talking about a number of games we've been playing lately. There may or may not be timestamps below. I don't know. Becky was telling a long story that I zoned out about, so let's talk about all the games bringing us joy.
How dare you?
I mean, it was true. Literally, Gillian was like, this is a long story.
That was a different story.
I can tell they all merged together. It was about timestamps.
Do I need to tell it again?
At 1 minute and 12 seconds, Angela threw the sock down.
It was yes or no. And you were like, well, let me tell you about the olden times of Spotify.
You're not wrong.
So no joy games today. It's just that we've been playing a lot of different games. We've been really trying to come through for you, dear listener, and get those New Year's resolutions knocked out. So we've been playing a lot of different games. Not everything gets a podcast review. Sometimes they're just small games. Sometimes the game might be older, or we're like, you know what? Maybe this isn't a game we're going to review. We just have other things that we're going to do instead. And some of these games just get lost in the annals of time, but they're really interesting. And thought we could talk about the ones that are just kind of bringing us joy lately and share games that usually don't get the sunshine, but still have a beautiful day ahead of them.
One game that has been on the shelf unplayed for a long time, which is also pretty hot in the world because of its recent nomination for the Spiel des Jahres. Did I even say that right? I'm just going to keep going with it. Is Moon Colony Bloodbath.
Man, look, let me tell you something. This game seemed #sus. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it. I heard a lot about, I think we even maybe talked about it for 5 seconds when you were getting it, which is it's a tableau builder than tableau destroyer. And you know what? I'm here for it. I'm kind of here for it. This game was surprisingly delightful for me. You basically are building a colony on the moon, and you get a certain number of people and resources. And there's what I think is fascinating is there's a deck that you shuffle up, and every time you flip over a card on the deck, it'll do something like, oh, now you're going to go do work, which means you get to take an action of your choice. Or, oh no, something bad's happening, and you put a bad card. No, not at the discard pile, not at the bottom of the deck. It's literally the next card you turn over. And that leads to robots and chaos and murder, death, kill. And then all of these people that you have are dying because every time you flip over the cards, something happens and you're always adding new cards in. And then when you're out of the deck, you shuffle and you start all over again. And so it's this way of knowing that bad things are coming and you're trying to prepare for that. And I found that deck just so charming, which is weird to say about a game that's literally trying to destroy you. And also because I didn't take it very seriously. I kind of was like, I know this stuff's all going to go and I'm not that sad about it. I just want it to be a funny, good time. It tells an interesting story for sure.
I really enjoyed that game. I didn't think I was going to, but it's a silly good time.
And Gillian hated it.
not wrong.
Oh.
He said he didn't super love it when we finished playing.
I don't say I hate it. I wouldn't choose it. Essentially, in the time span that we could play, I would rather play some other games, like trick-taking games or something.
Yeah, I think Angela and I played a lunchtime game with a friend, and it was only maybe a half an hour or so. It felt very fast.
And it was still a little longer. We didn't get through the 13 events, but I felt like we were living. Not living on a prayer, just living.
I mean, until we weren't.
Yeah, then we died. Yeah. Not me. I lived. You all died.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, and one thing we were talking about, after our second game or whatever it was, is it, to me, reminded me a little bit of the second half of Galaxy Trucker. Because in Galaxy Trucker, the first half is you're constructing your ship. So it's a timed thing where you're flipping over tiles, you're adding it to your ship. And then the second half is you don't really have any player agency. You're just, hey, your ship's flying through and things happen to you. If you do well, you do well. If you don't, you don't. And Moon Colony Bloodbath was very much just that second half of the game distilled. And I wasn't a huge fan of that. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. It just wasn't like you had some agency, obviously, where you could decide on what cards you're going to play and what things you're going to construct. But it was just, I thought it was okay.
I think it definitely has the like big deck problem where it just a lot of it depends on what you see. I had some really great cards the first game we played, and then I kind of just suffered the second game based on the cards I was drawing.
This to me seems lighthearted, and it's a fun play and a joyous play and kind of a boisterous play. And it plays up to 5, which I think is really great. So it's one of those you could bring it out at a party or more casual night and feel like you're all having fun, but then again, not playing a party game, which is not necessarily what our jam is.
Yeah, I think it'll go great with our other game group. One of the things I like about it is it tells a funny story. Like, I think if you have somebody who's really living the deck and being like, no, the robots. And I chose to put a card in that
Killed 8 people.
Yeah, I was
each
like,
time
oh,
it came up.
That's a bad robot. That's a bad robot. All the robots are bad, but that was a real bad robot. And so it created these moments of funny and joy. But I can see if you don't like tearing down your stuff, maybe it's not the game for you.
See, I don't like tearing down my stuff. I don't like how I talk about this way too often. I think I've got some scythe trauma and some other trauma. But this is the point of this. I'm not super invested in a card. I maybe have a card for like a couple of rounds. And I'm not, I might get benefit. But as soon as you start losing people, you're going to lose the cards in the tableau that you have. And for me, I love a space game. I love this kind of like 70s, 80s vibe that it has. And I just think thematically, it's just fun.
Yeah, the game has so many production issues, though. Like, let me tell you, those cards are wonky. The art's not super great. There's some stuff about the Rastafarian guy smoking weed. Literally, the wrong character is printed on the backs of one of the cards. Like,
That's very true.
One of the parts I'm surprised it made it to Spiel is the production quality is a little suspect. Like, it's a fun game, but it's not like the highest quality. It's no Carnegie.
I wonder if I bought this game a long time ago, so I'm wondering if they fixed it. Who knows if they did, but at least the player board being printed wrong.
I was like, are there just 2 of these same character? Oh, no, one's wrong. Okay, great, tight.
Anyway, A+ in my book. Maybe like solid A. I loved it.
Have we moved away from Angela's rankings?
Oh my gosh, we really
I don't even remember those.
We gotta bring those rankings back.
I mean, it's a 5. It's a 4. A solid 4. I bought it. I loved it.
Now, another game that we were playing, Gillian was out and about, I don't know where, probably at a rock convention somewhere. Not the music, literal rocks. We got to play Three Sisters.
I played Three Sisters too.
I know, but
Becky and I did.
This was one where Becky's like, we're like, what should we play? Should we play Brass? Should we play Barrage? And Becky's like, Three Sisters.
I think we need to set the stage a little bit better for
please.
this. So we had a lovely dinner. We ate. We played Dune. Also, I stomped everybody at
because
that.
I wasn't there to keep you down.
Okay.
This is why you're setting the scene.
And then refused a rematch.
And then Becky brings this game out and she starts teaching it. And Angela and I have just played Dune, so we're a little bit maybe our brains aren't as fresh as they should be. And maybe my brain
I
wasn't
saw
that
Reed,
fresh.
the hamster fall off the wheel in Reed's head.
It was very complicated. It might be like a 4-point something on the crunchy scale.
It was like Becky was teaching this roll and write, and it was like teaching a Lacerda because of where Reed was.
And then she made us play another game afterward where she taught us and made us play as she watched. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, but Three Sisters, Becky, tell us about this Lacerda-like roll and write.
Okay, well, certainly not Lacerda-like. Just after you played Dune Imperium and then refused to play it again. But it's one of the games that I picked to teach Gillian. Originally, I had started reading the Tend rule book, and then there just was a lot, and we were watching some videos about it, and they had compared, some people on YouTube had compared Tend to Three Sisters, and so I decided to learn that game to teach Gillian. And since the two of us played, then I was like, oh, this is perfect. I we've been talking about doing this episode. And so if I taught you two, then we could all talk about it together. But I feel like I did not do a great job teaching it, but I also just think it's kind of a hard, weird game to teach. It makes sense once you're playing it. I think it's fine, but I think the teach is weird.
No, it's a pretty easy game.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's so hard.
It's not
no,
hard.
okay, you guys are saying that, but also, Angela, you were asking me some questions about like the dice and where they were at on the little board, and Gillian also gave me looks a few times. So one, I think I was not a very good teacher, but two, I still think it's not just me all the time. I think that's a weird game to teach.
I mean, maybe one of those two is true.
I think both.
I think the game had a lot of times, I would say, games try and do some differentiation between other games, and the board was part of that, and the board was a little...
You don't need the board. I don't need
No,
the
the
board.
board is fine. It helped you select what actions you're actually going to do.
Sure, it gave you more action options. If you
Yeah.
didn't have the board, it would just be rando. You'd probably
Yeah.
just be planting
All
and
right.
watering.
The board is fine. But
Wait.
Okay.
It's
Okay, we didn't even talk about this game. It's a roll and write. You have a garden and you are growing the Three Sisters, which is corn, beans, and squash.
Are those the sisters?
Did you not listen
Oh
to
my
her
God,
teach?
Reed.
Well,
Well, the
flavor-
hamster,
she
the
said-
hamster died on the wheel.
And then also she was like, oh, the flavor text is too long, so I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Okay, it was really long flavor text, and I did read the whole thing. I think you stopped listening.
It was like she was telling a long story.
Well, I thought it was going to help you, but apparently it didn't.
She didn't get the thematic tie-in at all.
But so we roll dice, we put them on the main board, so you sort them by the numbers, and then each number goes on an action, and then that is your option to select a die from a spot. And whenever you take a die, you get to do a plant and water action, so you get to do that in your garden. There are 6 different sections, so if you take 1, then you can plant or water in the section 1. And then you also get to activate the action space on the board where you pulled it from. So there's a shed, which helps you get more points during the game, or gives you more stuff during the game, or points at the end. You also have the apiary, which is going to help you mostly get more points. You have the fruit area in the yard, and then you're also collecting goods to sell at farmers market. And so it's a cute game. You get to mark a lot of X's or fill in boxes. Reed didn't get it.
No, I love roll and writes. I had fun when we were playing.
Okay.
And then I also kind of messed up a little bit, and then I just kept going with it because it's
That's
a
good.
roll and write.
Yeah.
It's fine.
She thought it was a Lyserda.
I mean, I feel like once you got it going, you got
yeah.
it going. Yeah. Did you guys buy this game after you had heard that it was like for people who like Tend, or did you have them already?
I bought it because I heard it long time ago, or not long time ago, whenever it was published. People were talking about it, and they seemed to generally like it, and so I was always interested in getting it, and then it went out of print. It fell off my radar, and then I saw in Game Nerds at one point that it was like coming back into print from 25th Century Games. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get it. And so I bought it. So it was kind of in parallel with Tend.
Also, Andrew Bosley art.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, that's a
Becky's
weird one. That's a weird
Becky's
one.
Well, what else did he do?
Everdell?
Everdell, yeah. Okay, no, so
Dragonheart?
I was just about to be really rude.
Emberheart?
Emberheart. Why did I say Dragonheart? Emberheart. Yeah.
We're just listing off some of our
What if we
favorite
just
games.
list off games?
Anyway,
Well, I just,
so that's the origin story of our procurement of Three Sisters.
I liked it.
I like it too.
And what's fun is like that was just the base game. There's like a campaign, quote unquote, that you can
Ooh.
play, and so I'm interested to try that out. Like a bulk of that little thick box is the I guess it's expansion / additional content.
Now, I am also interested because there is a little bit of trepidation, if you didn't hear it, that Becky may have mentioned, which is Tend. I'm fascinated if we're going to get Tend to the table because it's a beefy boy, and also maybe Becky doesn't love Tend.
Look, as I was reading the rule book, I was like, wow, this game would be so perfect to have those stamp markers. If you're about my age and you were Gillian's face is amazing right now. If you like, do you guys remember the markers that had the little stamps, like maybe the X's, the O's, and so it was just like it was a regular marker, but it was like a stamp. Yeah.
Becky's a pen goblin. Yeah.
Okay. Well, but anyway, so I was like, this would be perfect for this game. There are different colors, there are different symbols. Like this has got like that would be so good. Obviously, our copy has colored pencils. And then when we started watching videos, and I saw them with the like big Kickstarter deluxe edition, and I was like, oh, they have the stamp markers like I envisioned, and I was shocked that Gillian did not get the version that had that. But I was impressed with myself because I was like, oh my gosh, this would be so perfect for this game. And then two, what the heck, Gillian?
You do not have the shelf space for a roll and write that is, or I don't even know if it's a roll and write, but for a game that's like as big as Speakeasy. That game is big without being deluxe.
Wow. Do you see her yucking your yum?
Yeah. Also, I think it's the same size box.
No, it's not.
You just change out the pencils, which are much bigger for the markers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people on the reviews, they're just like, it's a lot for what it is. And I don't know, they just weren't impressed. But it looks really pretty.
They have a new one that's coming out too.
The Tend people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm excited for that journey if we ever go on it.
But no stamp markers.
Nope. There was another game, as Reed also alluded to. So it's late in the night, and here we are. I think I can see the hamster who has fallen off of Reed's wheel is now being pushed into the street, into the sewer grates, is how her brain is not functioning. And Becky said, great, I have another game. It's Duel for Cardia, is that it? Guys, what is up with this game?
Well, the thing that I think is very interesting is that it's a two-player game, and the interesting part is that the deck is exactly the same. There are 16 cards.
Yeah, I think so.
And so it's numbered 1 to 16, and it's kind of like a lane battler, except not really. They just like match up, but the matchups never go away. They're still kind of active. So you can affect them and change like which card was the winning. Angela's trying to sneak jelly beans right now.
So unprofessional of me in this professional podcast.
But you are each playing a card at the same time secretly, and then you reveal them. The higher number wins and gets you a signet ring, which you need 5 signet rings to win the game. But the lower number, the number that loses, that card's ability activates. So the number 16 card is like you win the game, but it has to be the lower number to actually activate it. Interesting. However, the game was not a hit. None of us liked it. Maybe Reed did. Sorry.
I heard Reed loved it.
3 out of 4 of us did not like it.
I did like it. I mean, I would have liked it at like maybe not 10 o'clock at night, but I thought it was good. I mean, I would say more than fine. I didn't know how to, learning and playing in the same moments, but it was fun. I thought it was thinky in a way that I like focusing on how I can get this card to do this by adding and subtracting. But maybe I got too sucked in because Angela just was playing very casually and won.
Oh my
handily.
God. It was so great. Reed was like, cool, I'm going to activate all these abilities. And I was like, 13, signet ring. 14, signet ring. 15, signet ring. I was like, how many of these do I need to win? 5. Okay. 16, signet ring. And Reed's like, I played it 2. And I was like, much to your detriment, you are not going to win. And then it was like the next card. And I was like, Reed just kept trying to get like low cards and combos. And I was like, 15. I think the game is over now. It just was like,
I mean, that was basically the length of and play out of our game right there.
Yeah,
that was
really,
a play-by-play.
Yeah, it was really good. I thought you guys could really capture the moment.
It took exactly 5
No,
cards.
It was 7.
It took like 7 because she did a thing that took away one of my signet rings. So then I just played another high card, and guess what? I
Okay,
won.
now in retrospect, as you're saying that was probably a much better strategy. And I'm like, but I can lower the value of the 16 that's never coming into play again. That was, yeah.
And it was late at night, so this is just for me and Reed. Certainly, this is us off the cuff, but I don't know that I liked it as much as I think it had a lot going on, in a way. but I liked Brightcast more. You both have the same deck and you're just doing things.
Yeah, so Becky and I have been on a kick of playing some two-player games as of late, and Duel Cardia is kind of the most recent one. And compared to the others we played prior to it, it just did not hold up. And so that's one that I think is on the chopping block for our collection. But kind of a few to just name kind of that we played prior to that. Zenith, which I've talked about on the pod. We also played the White Castle Duel, which we both liked. It was a little odd compared to White Castle, the base game, or the original game, rather. And then we played a Wild Venture and Toy Battle. And so those ones were better than Duel Cardia. So Duel Cardia just doesn't really hold up to them.
Boo.
Oh, a solid boo from Becky.
Yeah. It just was underwhelming. I was kind of excited at first, but then I was like, oh.
It's funny because I bought Cardia not knowing if we would like it, but it was cheap enough. And I was like, okay, I think I'm going to get it. And I'm honestly in that same mode with Tag Team, where I'm kind of curious about, I'm toying with the idea of buying it. It's gotten a lot of buzz. It's like a programming, like deck programming, where you have your deck of cards and then you flip them over simultaneously. They battle. Whoever wins, and then you flip over the next one and whatnot, and you take damage. Your character takes damage depending on whether or not you won. And then you add another card in there secretly, in between or under or above other cards. And so you're constructing the deck over the game, but it's all programmed, so then you reveal your cards, and then you do it again. And so that's one that I think kind of, in my mind, has a similar feel maybe to Duel of Cardia, but maybe we'll like it more. Has better art, I think.
There's a game that you all bought recently that I've been waiting to see set up on the table. And this could be because now I can finally go upstairs, maybe. Hot Streak. We haven't played Hot Streak yet, so that's on my I want to play.
Yeah, we haven't played that yet. Hey, Becky's birthday next week. Woo! Hot Streak. Get Jeff over here.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we could do a Slambo tournament.
Oh, and then Hot Streak.
Streak.
Yeah, because you could play up to 8
They
people,
have
I
it at
think.
our friendly local game store, too. I was like, oh.
I'm really interested in one of the two-player games you guys mentioned because I also bought it thinking that back in the day, Becky and I would probably play it on our Mondays, but now we don't hang out on Monday. And that game's a Wild Venture. How was it?
Okay, first that just made me really sad. I forgot about our Monday games and that loss in my life, and now I'm sad.
Well, you've forgotten even though I hold the memory every Monday of my eternal sadness. Okay, that's fine. Easily forgotten, I guess.
No, I had to stuff it down so I wouldn't be sad
Whoa.
about it anymore. It's in the bottom of a feelings bottle.
Man, like a double stuffed Oreo.
I didn't know that game was 2 players.
Only.
Yeah. 2-player only. Read.
Now you'll have to be my Monday double stuffed Oreo friend.
Wait, you guys had double stuffed Oreos?
No.
No, we had delicious ham croissants.
I'll
Yeah.
bring jelly beans.
A Wild Venture is very cute. The cards are super cute. The artwork is adorable. The meeples are maybe the best part of it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too. It surprised me when we first started. Becky taught this game to me as well. Part of her teach me a game every month kind of goal. But it was one that I wasn't sure I would love. I saw it, like Angela brought it to our homies weekend getaway on the coast. And I was kind of curious about it. We never got to the table. And then I saw it online, and I saw they had the wooden pieces for it, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm just gonna go ahead and get that," as one Gillian does. And we finally got to the table, and it took me by surprise. I actually liked it a lot more than I thought I would. It had, for me, some. It invoked kind of similar feelings as Creature Caravan in terms of like what you're doing and just how cute it is and all that stuff.
I can't wait to play it. One day I will open up the package and teach it to read. Is probably the thing that I'm going to do.
It can be a part of our 2-player game because you all each have a copy and we can play.
That's true.
Future episode.
Now you can go upstairs, so maybe you can play 2-player games.
Or get into Angela's house.
Oh, yeah. Or get
Oh,
into
like
Angela's
break
house.
into Angela's
Yeah.
house? What?
No,
Oh,
no,
I can
no.
go up your stairs.
Yeah, go up the stairs to
Oh.
get in your house.
It'll-
Yeah.
It's just 20 minutes.
I did invite
It's
Reed
gonna
to my
take
house.
20 minutes.
Might take that long.
Toy Battle was the other game that you guys mentioned, and this is one that I have played a lot online and not won a lot. But you guys have the physical copy. I think we've all played Toy Battle. What's been bringing you joy about that one?
Reed?
Oh, that's a I click and don't know what I'm doing game.
Oh, cool. Tight.
I could watch like a 2-minute video, but I just am not.
It surprised me with how simple it is. Like, I've heard that it's really simple, but man, it is very straightforward. You have tiles that have different strength values and abilities on them. On your turn, you take one that you have in your hand or in your little, whatever you call it, your little stand, and you put it out on the map in one of the spaces. Save for a couple of exceptions or a single exception, maybe, you have to place them in line with your current kind of trajectory. So you have to place it into a space where you're adjacent to one of your other pieces. And then it activates if it has an ability. Some allow you to draw additional tiles into your little pool. Others will allow you to cause your opponent to discard a tile. You get to select one and make them discard a tile. But it is a very quick playing game, very tactical. You have to be like easy breezy with it and just like react to whatever your opponent's doing. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. I don't know, like from what I know, it has a lot of replayability with all the different maps. Becky and I only played the base map a couple of times. Or I should say the base map and then the reverse side of that, I think. So we haven't played it a ton, but what I've seen of it so far, I've liked.
It's a very cute, fast game. I do really like that it has all the different board options. I think that does give it variety, but I don't think it necessarily plays super differently, but I could be wrong. I've played a few different maps on BGA as well.
And stole a game from me that I definitely thought I was winning until I couldn't get enough draw and then was crushed. And on the flip side, there was a game where I was like, I'm not going to win. Pulled it out at the very end. Thank you.
I definitely put up a good fight and get in people's way, but just haven't gotten over how to win it.
There's probably just one rule you need to
Like
understand.
Zenith, I'm like, I understand 98% of the game, except how to win.
I have been really trying to be Angela by getting one of my pieces to her castle.
Which I've done to Becky.
Whoa, that's pretty hard to do.
It is.
You were very close the last game.
I know.
I was like, wow, she just must not have a piece.
I kind of I haven't even really been trying to get the stars the other way to get a victory. I've just been like, I am going to get to the castle and it's going to be successful, but it has not been.
No, it has not been.
Click, click, click.
Becky and I recently played a game of Vantage. It was our very first experience playing Vantage. We played it with Jeff and a couple of his friends and his wife. And we went over there and we tried it. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about the game at 6 players. Everything I've heard online is, it's very good as a 2-player game because there's a lot of narration and you're not sure how long the game will take. And so I was a little hesitant at 6 players, but it was a good time, surprisingly. It was fun. Like, I think the group was really good in terms of vocalizing kind of what they were doing, what they're experiencing, describing what their new landscape looks like and how they're interacting. And we all had kind of our own individual stories. Like, I was what was my character? What did I do? Oh, I started a winery on this alien planet and just defended my winery and brewed stuff, and so that was cool.
Of course, Gillian did.
Another person was collecting gems in the underground in this cave that had no exit, so that was cool. So yeah, there were just some fun stories that came out of it, and that is what the game is about. And our whole goal, which was very entertaining, was that we were trying to amass a certain amount of money collectively in the terms of the value of the cards we have in our own personal tableau. And so it was fun. It was a good time. I liked it more than I thought I would.
I walked away feeling I did not like it. I enjoyed the time around the table. That was our first time playing with 3 of the folks around the table and the second time with one of them.
My first time.
That's true.
I never played with Jeff.
And so for that, and with it being a storytelling game, we had a great time, and I did not like it. It was my character ended up being a very stereotypical me.
Were you a goblin?
That's a you problem, Becky.
Well, I know. Well, okay, but I couldn't help it. Like, I'm coming down from this tree village, and then there are these, like, bat creatures, and one of the options is to help them. So, like, of course I help them. And then, as I'm coming away from that, then my stupid cats are in the tree. So then I had to stop and try and help my cats, but, like, they'd turned feral from our ship not landing.
Crash landing.
Crash landing. So then I had to spend time, like, I just spent time, like, oh, I got to help these bats. Now I got my cats, and then I had to deal with the cats and train them, and it just...
Were you all playing the same game? Is that how it is? Like, everybody just has their
but
own adventure?
you all crash land on your own individual space on the planet. You have, like, radio communications is kind of what the theme is there, so you can communicate with each other, but your paths don't often cross.
Yeah, it was the very last turn we discovered that as I moved into a space, I was in the exact same area as Jeff's wife. And so then we had a card to share because we were in the same location.
Now, my hesitation for this game is very much that it's a story driven. You're kind of doing it on your own. It didn't seem like a game per se. Is that anywhere near the truth of it? Is it kind of like when you read the Scythe cards and you're just like, that's a funny thing that happened and now I'll draw another? Or is there some sort of like action?
It's funny that you mention that because it kind of invokes that, but you're like, each player is a little more involved in that because you can individually spend some of your resources to help the others surpass some obstacle that they're encountering. You roll dice to see if you're going to be damaged or take a morale hit as a result of this encounter. And so there is more agency there, but it really, I think, requires players buy-in to, engage and tell the story. So it is a story-driven game, very much so.
Do you think that we would like it together? Like playing this game together? Becky is shaking her head.
I just think it would be like an Angela Tokaido moment. I think it'd be almost that bad.
But we liked,
The three of us.
No. Acquisitions Incorporated had a lot of like whimsy, joy, narrative.
But that's all wrapped in a game. Like there's a game that is the foundation of it, and then we
So it's not
imagine this story
okay.
or read and expanded upon this story that was happening to us. Like Vantage is very much this. Like you roll, you read a thing, you make a decision, and then it's up to you to expand upon it. Kind of similar to how we did in Clank.
Which is funny because I love Dungeons and Dragons, and this seems like a kind of a narrative storytelling that you go on, which is kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, cooperatively. Now, I hate to be the one that holds us back. Do you think this is a game that you and Becky could find value in? Like, would you play it together?
Becky immediately was like, I don't think we need to own that game.
Do you not agree with me?
Yeah, I would agree with you. I would like to play it more. I think it'd be fun for the four of us to play.
Is it a borrowable game or is it like you use up part of the like you?
Oh
can
no, it's
replay?
not Legacy. It's like
Okay.
You have a campaign that happens in this singular session, and then you put everything away, and it's good to go again.
I'm glad that I got to play it, and I'm excited. It just reinvigorates my excitement to play King Arthurian, the Tales of
The Knights of Arthurian. Oh my god, the Tales of Arthurian Knights.
There's some words
That's
in there.
the one. Mm-hmm. And then also Freelancers. They're all a little bit different, but
yeah. Like it's very like the only other main like story-driven game that I've played is the Tales of Arabian Nights, which is the original that Tales of Arthurian Knights kind of came from. And it was definitely different. Like maybe it's just nostalgia, with the Arabian Nights game, but I think I liked that more than I did Vantage.
Ringing endorsement. no, it sounds like you all had a fun time.
Yeah, it was fun.
Like the play was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not. It didn't enter anybody's collective thing, but it is a little bit interesting. I again don't know how much I love. I think if the moon set on the third day when Aries was in alignment with Jupiter, I would be tempted to play it. but I think it would take a lot of conditions and maybe a little bit of I don't know where I am.
It probably would take a longer bathroom break for us to set it up on the table and surprise you with it.
Yeah. Oh, then Tokaido.
Maybe you have to like walk the dog.
Over the past month or so, we've had the opportunity to get 3 new trick-taking games to us, to the table. Those being Slambo, Chasing Shadows, and VIVO. And I guess just kind of getting your thoughts. What do you all think about those 3? Starting with maybe VIVO. Or Chasing Shadows, rather. That was the first one you played.
I don't really know how to describe Chasing Shadows. My first thought is we have a little dry erase board that you're putting your points on, but Reed wrote "but" on hers. And so that's what comes to mind first. And then second is the cards, which are very beautiful. Well, I wouldn't say beautiful, but they're striking. It's good contrast, and the characters are all hot. It's good.
Yeah,
I
they're
liked
kind of
it.
like hot agent people.
Yes.
Yeah. Secret agents,
Yes.
something.
Chasing Shadows.
Yeah, and it's
Noir.
it's from the guy that made Torchlit, and so there's this like connection piece because we really liked Torchlit. Most of us like Torchlit. It's interesting because there's this mathematical game about when and how you take tricks and what cards you're left with, where if you are taking points in 2 of the 3 rounds, you have something, but if you only take it in 1 round, there's something. And so it's kind of like this delicate math puzzle about when you take tricks and when you don't. And so I could see the puzzle start to unfold. And then unfortunately, when I started to see it, I was way past being able to win it. And then in some stroke of mastery, Gillian, who was like, I think this game is fine, then pulled off the perfect coup and was like, anyway, perfect score, something like that. Scored like the most neutral set of things, and we all took negatives, and Gillian's like, okay, that was great. And we're like, how did you math the math? And I was like, did you luck into that? Or did you just like have a strategy you were tricking us with the whole time?
I honestly don't recall.
Luck.
It was probably luck, but it was also planning, like from what I remember. But I honestly am struggling to recall the exact rules for the game because I do remember it being like Reed and I remember looking across the table at Reed, and both of us were like, and then I think the 3 of us, aside from Angela, were pinging her with questions, just like, what does this mean? How does this work? Who wins this trick?
Yeah.
You put out different color cards, and then you can only play one of those cards. The lead person can start with any, but you have to go off of the remaining color cards that are on the table. So if somebody plays a red card, they take that red card, and unless there's another red card out, you cannot do it. Then there's this element where you have to be less than or greater than the card that's face up there, and you take a card into your scoring pile, and then it ends up being this whole, you actually don't want cards that you get points for.
It's trick avoidance. You're trying not to win tricks.
And so you're hoping to not score one of the colors in at least one of the rounds so that you can eliminate the top score that you have. So it's this.
That's right.
It's this thing where you only score a card if you have like 2 or 3, or there's something that you have to score the highest card that you have, but then you remove the, I don't know.
It's like evens cancel out 1, but if you go to odds, all of them count.
Right.
But then if you go to 4, then you only take the 2.
You're trying to avoid tricks as much as possible, but then if you happen to take 2 tricks, you get to get rid of one of them. But then if you take 3 tricks, now you're stuck with all of them. And so which for me resonates with Reed, because Reed loves giving people tricks who don't want them. It's like when somebody declares a 0, like,
It's like it's on.
a bit of
I
0,
love it.
I will do whatever I can to destroy you, even if it means she goes down with the ship. And so it's a clever trick avoidance game, but I will say it's a little bit more heady and things going on than a normal like trick taker that you'd introduce someone with. But I don't know. I think if you have people who like trick taking games, this is a unique take on one.
It was funny because when we first started, I was like, oh man, this seems like more complexity than I want in a trick taking game. But then by the mid game, I was like, okay, I finally get it. After the first round when we scored, I was like, okay, I get it now.
I think once I got it, I got it. And the thematic, like Chasing Shadows, it made sense, that concept of like you actually like get things that you don't want to get, and they're there in your hand.
Yeah, it's one I look forward to going back to and maybe playing a few more hands of back to back. I think we played a round because it goes over 3 rounds, so it can be a little bit long. I would have liked to play it again, so I'm excited to get that back to the table.
Same. VIVO is a game that was just recently brought to the States by All Play and kind of reprinted in a different style. So it has Saibepu art, the standard kind of tiny box footprint of All Play. And it's a game where there is a deck of cards that determine kind of what you're trying to achieve in this quartet. So are you trying to do a solo, or are you trying to do a duet, a trio, or a quartet? And so it's up to a 4-player game. And whatever's revealed, players have to, in that single trick, there has to be a specific suit that matches that. So for instance, if a solo is revealed, then everybody has to play the same suit as the lead player. And so if Reed plays an orange, everybody else has to play orange if they can. And then if it comes to a quartet, Reed plays something, it's a red or whatnot, and then Angela has to play something that's not red if she can, and so on and so forth. And so it was a game where it's like your goal for that round is determined by what the deck flips. And so it was a fascinating trick-taking game. I liked it. It was very short. It was very quick to play. I liked it.
The scoring is fun. How you score for the lowest cards, you score their face value. And so you're always kind of trying to get a low card, but then have actually like a high card that's the lowest card, because then like if the lowest card that's played is a 4, you would get those 4 points. It is hard to have a high low card be on the low card side. And then if you get the high card, you get 2 points per high card. So I would say our scores kind of varied and our strategies varied a bit.
Until the end, like the last few rounds were just a hodgepodge. Like depending on who was leading, it's somebody played an orange and it was a solo, and then like that was exactly what I had, and it was like I had the 9 of orange, and it was like the highest, or it was the lowest of the orange cards that were played, and so I got to score the 9 points, the face value of the low card.
That was pretty ridiculous.
I think I got 9 points like the whole game. So.
Yeah, I think the scoring mechanic is the most interesting part about that one. I think there was a little like, oh, okay, so we all have to play the same color, or now it's a duet, so then only these 2 colors, the first 2 people decide, or maybe even the third person decides. But I like the scoring one, and I'm not just saying that because I also pulled a little bit of a Gillian where I had like a 5 was my low card, and I was like, haha, 5 points.
I was really bad at this game. I could not score points. It was bad. I did think that the deck that dictated what you could play, I thought that was going to be a little more interesting in the play. But I think it was hard because we came off of Slambo and then played VIVO. And so Slambo we had a lot of fun playing, and then VIVO was a little more chill and relaxed.
I would say it's like a quieter game. I'm sure maybe it could have just been that play. It's definitely growing on me as I think about it, and we've gotten a couple more plays in.
I will say we only played VIVO once, and prior to VIVO we had only played Slambo once. And I remember Slambo being very quiet in the very first play. So, just saying. The third new to us trick-taking game that we got to the table this month, or this past month, was Slambo. And we've played in person more Slambo than we have, I think, any other game at this point in this time span.
Man, this game is making a run for the most games we'll play this year.
I learned this game on a whim. I actually watched the 3-minute video for this, and I was like, oh, I love this game. And it is a 1 point on the crunchy scale. So it was the perfect game for me to teach you all. And it was so much fun.
Yeah, you basically have a hand of cards that go around, and there's a card that is like the reverse card, like in Skip, where once you play it, the turn order reverses. And then there's a card that's an equal sign, and that just mimics exactly the card before you. And then there's some cards that have a plus or a minus high number, like a plus or minus 7, which means you can use it as -7 or a +7. If you were to play the equal afterwards, it would also be whatever the negative or the positive was. And there's 2 ways to play this game. The first is that you can play it 0 to 10, which is the easy mode. And essentially, everybody's going around playing a card, and you're trying to keep whatever the value is once you play the new card to anywhere between that 0 to 10. So if you play a 5, and then the next person plays also a 5, and now it's 10, okay, you're just at the top limit. So the person after that would want to play a negative. If they don't have any negatives in their hand, they played a positive, they have brought shame to their family. And so if you get too many shame cards, out you go, you're done, everybody else wins. And so you're just trying to navigate going around the circle and slowly losing cards that are giving you flexibility. If everybody makes it and nobody has brought shame, the next round you play, there are 2 shame for whoever plays next. The harder version of this game is the numbers are 1 through 9, which I find is very delightful because I'm trying to be like, oh, I wish there was a 0. Because when you have a -8, that's a very, very hard card to play in a 1 through 9. And when it happens, like there are just these moments around the table where you're like, oh, here's my -8. Like you're so grateful to the person before you. Or it reverses right before you had to take on shame. And so it's so quick. It's so quick, and it's so like I've literally taught you the rules in less than 3 minutes. So
Yeah. I back up to say, retcon, this isn't really a trick-taking game. I labeled it as such, but it's not. But it is more fun than I thought after our first play. Like, our first play, I came away like, oh, it was fine. But then the second time we played, it was just like, we were talking a lot more and, like, joking around, and it was just, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I think, really, the second play onwards, we played the 1 to 9 bounds. And so I think that made it more interesting. And yeah.
I'm convinced that I want to have a Slambo tournament. And so listen in later to see if that happens and how it goes. It's fun. It's silly. It's a good time.
I think that this is one of those, like, the experience and the banter and the, like, laughing at the shame is just, it's a lot of joy. And this is a funny note, is that I got this for Gillian for Christmas, and Gillian and Becky got this for Angela for Christmas. So everybody had a copy of it. Or did I get this for you? We each got a copy.
how did you get a copy?
I didn't get a copy. I bought a copy for someone.
Yeah, it was for one of us.
I think it was
And
for
then we
Gillian,
got one
and
for
then you got
Angela.
one for Angela.
But where's your copy?
I don't
She
have a
doesn't have
copy.
one.
Just gonna file that away in my birthday box. I love that you taught us this game that you don't have a copy for. This is hilarious.
That's why I was very excited to play it at someone else's house.
If I do have a tournament, we may have to buy another copy, which then can be Reed's copy.
Yeah, there you go. Early birthday present for Reed as we move into the summer of homey birthdays.
And then there's one actual other trick-taking game that we played. That we played in the past was Yokai Septet.
Oh,
we got that to
man.
the table again. And I have to tell you, like, changing seats was just revolutionary.
Okay, can we borrow the shame cards from Slambo for me and Yokai Septet?
Because this game has always been, like, so tough to win. And then I moved one seat over, and my partner changed, and man, it was just night and day.
Okay, I'm just going to say I think it was that night, and it will not always be the same. Listen.
It's always been the same. I've always dragged Gillian down.
No.
I mean,
I
yes,
know, you know what?
Statistically and fact-wise, yes, but still.
Becky's like, emotionally, no. But you know what? We are going to play Zombie Princess, and maybe that will change our fate.
That's true. Maybe Reed will be the one that uplifts me instead.
Yeah,
You are good at spades.
I am.
I assume.
I'm also, I think, very good at trick takers. So why is Yokai Septet kind of the worst?
But the best.
For you. Yeah.
Also Haggis. I'm not very good at that either.
I love that game.
Man, that should be a birthday game we play.
Yeah.
Trick-taking day forever. There are some games that aren't trick takers that we got to the table, some of the bigger ones. The first was we cracked Raw back open and got that expansion to the table. It added some tiles that were like a beach. Is that even correct?
It's shipping. Shipping.
It was shipping.
Yeah,
The ships
Traders.
land on the
Yes,
beach.
The
Traders
Traders
expansion.
expansion.
Look, if you just keep talking, you'll get close to the right answer. Gillian's correction corner. Ships, please.
This was my Joy game a while ago. I was excited because Gillian was watching a video about the best expansions, and we were both like, oh, we need this. And I'm not sure it added exactly what I thought it was going to add to the game in terms of making it kind of more punishing for somebody to just keep going when they're the last one standing. But I think you had expressed this, Angela, but I was really happy we got Raw back to the table, and I was like, I really like this game.
I would say the traders definitely influenced my play a bit, just because I was like, I want at least one of those so I get passive income as people, or passive points as people collect those tiles. And so I found myself bidding a lot earlier than I was in the past. So I think it did accomplish kind of one of the goals that kind of plagued the base game, I think, for me.
Yeah, it didn't affect how I played. I just thought it was another unique tile, and I liked it because it was simple. Like, it wasn't overly complicated for complicated sake. Also, I super appreciate that you got the upgraded version, because that would have been very funny if you had, like, cardboard tokens and with the big chunky
I'm
ones.
not Angela.
I.e. Rebel
What?
Princess.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's judgy. But I just felt really nice, and then getting Raw back. You know, I've had some up and down plays of Raw where I was like, I love this game. I'm going to buy it immediately. And then a play where I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this game. I'm glad I didn't buy it immediately. And then I play it again and I'm like, I really like this game. Why isn't this in my collection? And so I have gone through it all. Thank goodness I'm not buying games, or I would have just bought it. So I think I agree. I was happy it got to the table, and I think this is a very nice, it's not needed per se, but I think it's probably a good one to throw in if you're looking for a little spice, a little change.
Wait, that just reminded me. You were talking about the games you opened in boxes recently on a previous episode, and you didn't mention the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Angela doesn't count those games because she played.
No, I know it doesn't count towards shopping, but that was another game you just got.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that game as well. And I opened it, and then I opened up the action figures, and I was like, these are so
How's
cute.
the pizza box?
It's so cool. Yeah, I'm very excited to get that back to the table. But I thought you were going to say when I was like, oh, it's like the spice of life.
Oh, was that a segue?
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, you
it fell
said
flat.
that? Oh,
Yeah,
no. I was
no.
too busy thinking
No, I got
about
it.
Teenage
Yeah.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Thank you. There is a game that is the spice of life, and it's not a pizza party cowabunga. It's actually Dune, which is under the table now.
That Becky struggled to put away, apparently.
And we just put a bunch of Slambo shame cards in it.
Quite literally.
Quite literally. It was very funny.
It's bad.
To be fair, that's not a good box insert.
No, it's not meant for that game. Gillian did a Frankenstein
What are you
insert.
talking about?
Did
It's
you
fine.
No, said no one ever, except for Gillian.
We should have FaceTimed him.
I wish that we had timed Becky and then took out all the things and then timed Gillian and see how fast it would be.
Oh, I thought you were going to say to compare to your...
Speakeasy?
Okay.
Yeah,
no,
me
Speakeasy
too.
as well.
I agree.
It was
Weather Machine.
Weather Machine,
Oh, Weather
and
Machine.
I was up there for a long time sweating and stressed out. So
Was that Becky with Dune?
It was bad. I was like, Gillian's going to be so
You
mad.
probably weren't sweating because I wasn't here, but...
Well, but I knew that you were going to see it and then have to fix it and judge me. It's bad.
Look, guys, we got Dune to the table. Dune Imperium Uprising. We wanted to do a run through for a couple of reasons. One, we're getting freaking stoked about playing the 6-player version of Dune. Wasn't there a new expansion?
The Bloodlines expansion.
Yeah, that we thought about playing, and we were like, we just need to get the game back to the table and not anything new. So now I'm freaking stoked for Bloodlines. I really want to play Dune again. Got it to the table. Reed said, what if you were bad? And I said, great. And I'm already bad at Dune. And this last game we played with everybody, I played for Spies for the first time, which is like a major factor in Dune Imperium Uprising. And I've played multiple games of this without playing the Spies. There was a reason I wasn't good at it. You should do the thing the game is asking you to do. So then I was super stoked.
Okay, Reed.
Look, then I played Reed, and I was like, I feel like I know this game better. And Reed said, what if you score 1 point? Guys, I scored
yeah.
1
That was
point.
bad.
It
That
was
was
so
bad.
bad. You have to try to score 1 point. That's how bad scoring 1 point in this game is.
I think our last play where the 4 of us played was probably the worst that I've done in that game. Maybe because you're getting better something. I don't know. It's
That's
really
not what the next
frustrating.
game taught us, Reed.
I know. But the best thing about this game is that there's no end game. You just like, I don't crash out because I haven't played toward the end game. And so I feel like I do a good job of like going up fast. I just have plateaued a few times recently, except this last play.
I think I got worse at this game.
What was that score, like 10-3-1?
It was like 10-4-1, 10-6-1.
Maybe 10,
Definitely was not 6.
5-1.
Maybe it was 10-3-1.
Okay, I think it was more than 3.
Maybe it was 4. We'll see.
Or not. We'll never go back to that.
No, Angela didn't put it in.
No,
her
I just
app.
put
She
Reed as
said
the
no.
winner. I said, no, I need to forget this happened. But this really kicked me off into a Dune kick. So if we are able to get Uprising to the table as we play the 6, and I really want to, I don't know if I'm excited about the 6 or if I'm excited to get Dune back to the table. But I worry about the 2 people we might invite to the table who haven't played Dune before.
No, one of them has played a lot. It's
Oh.
one of his favorite games, which is why I invited him. So we
Oh,
officially
no,
do
wait.
have
Uninvite.
Uninvite. If
Oh,
he
no, I
scores more than
can't.
1
Yeah,
point.
did you see how Angela and I played?
Yeah.
Uninvite. Sorry, person Reed is
No,
talking
that
about.
makes sense because he'll be paired with you two, so it'll be good.
Oh.
Oh. Well, we
Then
want
Reed-
him to have a good experience, don't we?
No.
Oh, then you and Reed are going to take
Yeah,
the person
yeah.
who's never played before?
Yeah.
I don't. Okay.
I mean, Gilly and I are the strongest players.
Ugh.
You don't know that. He's a wild card, though.
Becky.
The
Wow.
person that's...
Do you hear the shame that they're
Yeah.
heaping
Anyway.
upon us?
I think we take the new player and we crush them.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll take the experience
What if
player,
we go
but-
wild and we just draw?
No.
Whoa, mind blown.
Like we did in Angela Got the Cats en route.
And I've never not played the cats again.
Okay, speaking of cats, there's one more game I want to share. My cousin Kendra, who is like one of our biggest fans, does not listen to the pod, but
Oh.
literally was talking to my grandmother on her deathbed about my podcast. She's like, Grandma, did you know Becky has a podcast about board games?
Becky, I don't know if we're supposed to be laughing at that.
No, it was a great moment.
Did you put the pot on for your grandma?
Oh. I was just like, thanks for bringing it up, Kendra.
Oh. Did you get your grandma to subscribe and review?
Yeah. Sorry.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
I think your grandma would like it. I'm happy Kendra likes it.
Yeah. No, she loves to talk about it. She makes sure everybody knows.
She's not going to hear this, though, because she doesn't listen.
I know. But she'll be very happy if I tell her that she's in the podcast, because then she can tell people, my cousin Becky has this podcast about board games, and I was on it. So she'll enjoy that.
She needs to rate and review. Thank you. Okay, great.
But she just graduated from dental school. She's like a doctor now. And she was trying to get rid of everything in her apartment. And so I was up there hanging out, taking some stuff. She gave me this dog board game, which I'll have this for the dog to play games with him. But then, no, it's going to be...
Do we need some music to
No.
I'm full of stories. I'm getting there. I'm setting the stage.
Reed's
Okay.
drifting. I see it.
I think she's still thinking about my grandma on the deathbed. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, but then she put the new version of Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza on the box, and I was like, oh, I haven't played this yet. And she was like, oh, sorry, I was just like moving that so I could look at the other games like I'm still keeping. And so I decided she was being a swindler right there. But so she was like, oh my God, we have to play Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. I've talked about bringing it when I was down in Eugene. It just hadn't happened. And so we sat on our floor. She literally has like no furniture right now. So we sat on the floor and played it. And like, I had a great time.
It's a good time.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be dumb. I'm not going to lie. But Kendra, sorry if you do listen. But I had so much fun. And I was not expecting, because the name Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza, right, it has all of the elements of the cards. But there's a groundhog, a narwhal, and a gorilla. And you have to do different things. So the object of the game is all of those things that I named are on cards, and you flip it where you can't see it, but you say, like, you have to say in order. So you say taco, and then the next person says cat, and they flip their card if it matches the word. So if Reed flipped the card and said cat, and it was a cat, then everybody has to slap it, and the person who slaps last has to add it to their deck, the pile, and you're trying to get rid of your cards first. That's how you win. But when there's a special card, like the groundhog or the gorilla, you have to either tap the ground and then slap the pile, or tap your chest like a gorilla, slap the pile, or you do a narwhal horn and then slap the pile. That part was hard. It broke my brain a little bit, especially the gorilla. I had so many gorilla cards in my deck. It was awful.
CK, my child, is so good at that game. And I don't know how he can do the gorilla that fast. But anyway, we've lost this crunchy board game podcast.
We were talking about Slambo and VIVO. I think taco, cat cheese, goat cheese, pizza is...
The gorillas lost the game already.
It's a fun time. I think we need to play it.
Angela has the moon on her watch, too.
It's just the group chat. It's fun.
I'm glad you like that game.
Also, sad that your grandma never subscribed, but you know what? There's always tomorrow.
No, there's not.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, she's dead.
I thought she was still in bed.
I said...
She said deathbed.
You were the other place. You're still in bed.
But this is an old story.
It's not that old. She was just in Portland.
But the podcast.
We're grandmas.
We've got to go. Thanks for listening to Board Game Homies. Drop us a line on Instagram, Board Game Geek. And thanks for hanging with the homies.
That's so funny.
There you go.
I'm sorry, your grandma's dead. I thought she just was in her bed. Like that she wasn't doing well.
Definitely not listening to this podcast.
You shouldn't get a chance to read a review either.
Wow. Oh my god.
Well, that's an ending to a podcast.
It'll be
It's
interesting.
like there's a pun with blue sky somewhere in that.
That's how we have another 1 star. Kendra was trying to get it out.
I was like, or in the sky.
My grandma is in the blue sky. We should name this pod that time Angela didn't know my grandma was dead.
Oh my god. I don't hate that. That's pretty good. I've been wondering what we're going to call it.
That was long. You might have to cut a bunch.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff in there, let me tell you.
Oh man.
Also, the best ending we just said. All right, gotta go.
You okay, Becky?
Yeah, I couldn't stop laughing.
Also, what I was thinking about is Becky was laughing so hard, I was like, you can't distract her. She's got to finish this long-ass story. I was like, no, she got to keep going. She can't start over.
You told 3 long ass stories. This.
I don't think that's a normal characteristic of you, but we have ragged on you for so long. I don't think that is a trait. Like, Ashton talks real slow.
No, I think it is a trait though.
We literally put music over her one time. I didn't remember what it was, but she just kept talking. What was that about?
Probably the moon.
That's different.
Probably a gentle rain.
Oh, God.
Oh my god, that you did me so dirty that one episode. I can't believe it. I'm pretty sure I repeated myself and you did not delete it.
She's so dumb.
It's so dumb. attention to the rules to piece them together, but not when people have diatribes.
Oh my god. Good work, everyone.
Gentle rain.
Seriously, you did me so dirty.
Oh, it's a good time.